it's Coach Tief with tipsforrunning.com, and I'm here to talk about different types of running workouts that you can do. Now, a lot of people think that to be a runner, you just go out and do a general distance run all the time. There's so much more that you can do though. And I'll explain 5 different running workouts here today. Now, for all of these workouts, you should do a warm-up and a cool-down before and after the run. The first one that I'm going to talk about is called the long run. It's the simplest one. Let's say you're training for a marathon. The long run would be the most important workout you can do if you're training for a longer race like a marathon or a half marathon. Once a week, you should do a long run that is a lot longer than your typical distance run. When you're training for a half marathon, you should work your long run up to at least 10 miles. When you're training for a marathon, your longest run before the marathon should be 18 miles at least, and some people go all the way up to 22, so they're comfortable with knowing that they'll be able to finish the race. The second one I'm going to talk about are called fartleks. This is kind of a strange workout because of the name, because during a distance run, you pick up the pace during the run. So you go out for a typical distance run, let's say it's a 5-mile run, and during that run you would pick up the pace for a minute and then slow down back to your regular run pace, and then you do it again. You do this multiple times. I try to do at least 5 1-minute pickups during a distance run and then call it a fartlek run. There are so many other ways you can do it. My wife used to do a workout called 30-30s. 30 seconds fast, 30 seconds slow, 30 seconds fast, and do like 10 of those in a row. Then go back to a regular distance run pace. The third workout I'm going to talk about is called a tempo run. Now, a tempo run is similar to a distance run in the fact that you just run for a specific time. However, you try to run at a faster pace than a typical distance run. Now, for a 5K runner, you would want to take your 5K pace for the whole race, figure it out, and then run about 30 seconds slower per mile for your tempo run for about 20 minutes. So you're looking at running a longer period of time at a quicker pace, but not race pace. It's a little slower than your race pace, but you run it for a long period of time. It's hard to do, it's hard to get used to, but it's a great workout. My fourth workout, one of the toughest ones, is called a progressive run. Now, a progressive run is just what it sounds like. You progressively get faster as you go through the run. So you start at your typical distance run pace, and then every mile or every 5 minutes you get faster until you're running at about race pace at the end of the distance run. It's very tough, but it teaches you how to finish a run faster or finish your race faster. So you have strength coming towards the end of the race. That's called the progressive run. The last type of running workout I'm going to bring up, they're very popular. They're called interval workouts. Interval workouts are different than all the other workouts I talked about because you typically run very hard for a period of time, you stop, you recover from that, and then you run very hard again, and you repeat it. One of the more popular types of interval workouts is 1-mile repeats. You do a warm-up, then you run a mile hard, take a break, run another mile hard, take a break, and run another mile hard. And then you do a cool down. Intervals can be all sorts of things. There's cut-down intervals where you start with a longer run, then shorter, then shorter, shorter. Finally, you're down to like a little sprint at the end of the interval workout. But whatever interval that you do, the key is to run hard, manage your rest time. That means stay on a specific amount of rest, then run hard again, then stick to the same amount of rest, then run hard again. Let's say I'm doing that mile repeat workout. If I want to do a hard 1-mile repeat workout, I'll run the mile fast, give 5 minutes of rest time, run the next mile fast, another 5 minutes of rest time, and then the last mile. If I'm working more on endurance instead of speed, I'll run a 1 mile relatively fast, only take 1 minute of rest, then run another mile relatively fast, 1 minute of rest, and another mile. That's like a way to use intervals to build endurance instead of speed. I hope some of these different types of running workouts are things you can incorporate into your plans. But remember, do a warm-up and a cool down before these types of running workouts. All right, happy trails.